And we're back to bitta-bants. It's been too long. It's been way too effing long. Won't swear straight away because even though I don't get monetized on YouTube, we could still get demonetized. I don't want to do that. Special episode right here, right now. I am joined by the man, the legend, the machine, Mr. Conall Keaton. What is the story, my old pal?
What's the story, Louie? Thanks very much for having me.
Thanks very much
You're popping my podcast cherry.
Yes. We'll be gentle, I swear. I won't go on too long.
Yeah, no problem.
Leave it 5 stars.
No, this is super. I've been super excited to do something like this, and just waiting for the opportunity, or waiting for somebody to approach me and say, "Hey, would you mind jumping on my podcast and chatting some bants?"
Again, as always, wherever you're listening, if you're watching this on YouTube, you have the special edition of watching our lovely faces. Mine with me little blurry yellow camera, touched up appearance thanks to Zoom. I mean, I hope you don't notice it too much, and then you have us something to watch with. Of course, if you don't want to listen, you only found us on YouTube. We also are on Spotify, iTunes, everything else. I'm on podcast services that I need to subscribe to that I don't have a subscription to, so I can't even check in. Yeah, we're doing on it.
No way.
I don't know what they're called. I'm like,
are you still you're still able to upload your stuff without actually having a subscription?
Yeah, I'm part of
interesting.
I upload to Anchor, and Anchor just goes,
right.
You know what? You just give it to us. Just throw it out there.
Just launch it everywhere. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Cool. A new thing launched called Verbal or something. It's called.
Yeah,
it's like I think it's the only podcast service I'm verified on. It's the only thing in life I'm verified on because I got to set up and say, "Yeah, this is me.
And it's not a free trial or anything like that. No,
no this is like
you're 14 days to an end.
Awesome. Yeah, check it out on Verbal if you've never heard of it.
Never heard of it, man. Podcast. That's all I have.
Boy, I'm just swiping the emails away, going, I don't care. We're not there yet.
But that's it though as well. It's like it's podcasts have become so popular. It's almost starting to become like an oversaturated medium. Mm-hmm. Have you found that like a little bit?
I kind of feel like I'm late to the game that so many as well, that oversaturation is happening. It's kind of like I wish I just recorded myself playing Call of Duty back in 2007.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Whereas nowadays you can't record still Call of Duty unless you have that following.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. Or Fortnite, if you're a Fortniter, or Minecraft or anything like that. But you're just like, but then you see so many Minecraft channels and Fortnite channels, but they all equally do unbelievably well. Do you know what I mean? You're like,
what's going on?
Like they all have like millions of views, and you're like, surely, you know.
What are you doing that I'm not? Because we're all doing the same thing. We're all making dirt houses out of dirt blocks and have a secret entrance out the back that only you know about.
And we go mining for diamonds. but I love how the PS5 have like introduced. They did it for the PS4, but I think it's even better now with the PS5. That button in the top, the little top left button on the controller that you can like screen grab and you can shoot.
Select still, because that's where select.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Select, but I mean, I think that has gotten much better. And through the PlayStation, you've been like they've like added a feature that you can just upload straight to YouTube if you have your YouTube linked and all. It's insane. Yeah.
It used to be connected to Facebook back in the day, and it used to be great.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The 89 that they did, right?
Yeah.
Because it just goes straight to Twitter now. That's where all my like screenshots go. I go, put it to Twitter, and then I can go to my phone, download it off Twitter, and then I can upload it to wherever I went. Nice.
Yeah. I got rid of all. Well, the only social media I have is Instagram. I got rid of Facebook. Never had Snapchat. Never went near TikTok. Got rid of Facebook. Got rid of Twitter. Yeah, got rid of the lot, man. It's quite big time. It's like I don't know, like taking off this like weighted blanket or something like that. You know what I mean? Just like Yeah, I
done the same when a few months back. I did the same. Got rid of everything. I couldn't get rid of Facebook because then I'd lose access to the youth theatre page and I'd lose access to
of course, yeah.
So I needed to keep that to run down. It wouldn't let me just download the business manager.
Right, without having a personal.
Yeah, I still don't have a Facebook app on my phone.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, you could go through Safari or Google or whatever you have. Yeah.
That's there if I need to access that for something else, like if the thing doesn't disappear.
It prevents the notifications from like popping up, and then anxiety kicks off, and oh man.
And then I've made all my, whatever I have left, it's gone private. I don't really be.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's the way to go, man. Definitely.
Stuff, you're gonna see me stuff.
Yeah. And even at that, man, don't even
into Reddit more than nothing else. That's
the
main source of everything is Reddit.
Yeah,
anonymity. It's just great. Just
Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, there's some good stuff on that as well, but you can fall down some strange threads on Reddit as well, man. Though
someone asked that question, it gets popular. What's the weirdest subreddit you've ever been to? And it's going, yeah, those some of these links are staying blue. I'm not gonna click on them.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see what people get up to in their spare time.
Yeah.
Weird fetishes out there with people. And speaking of weird fetishes, the internet is on fire at the moment looking for a certain Resident Evil character to step on them. See, was that a good segue or not? I don't know.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I think that was pretty good, yeah.
I can't pronounce her name, but I call her the big lady.
Oh, Lady Dimitrescu.
That just flows off the tongue, man.
Dimitrescu. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I think your podcast should be saying hard words no one else can say, man. That'd be it. Like,
yes.
People go with, I guarantee you, people just go with sleep to that stuff going, oh, this is just so relaxing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just going through the dictionary each night and just reading these big ass words like
Chapter 1. A.
Yeah. A cacophony of sounds.
Oh man, I think, but then they'll start getting saturated. Morgan Freeman will be getting in it.
Man, yeah, and I mean, you can't compete with the Freeman.
There'll be Minecrafters making them and just spelling them out of door blocks, all the words, and then pronouncing them. Yeah. That's why we're here. If you didn't, for some reason, you clicked on this or you didn't see the name, we are talking about a new Resident Evil, and I cannot believe the hype I have for this.
Oh man,
it wasn't this hype for 7, but it's just what they're doing with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, to be honest, man, I kind of stopped after 5. I didn't even play 6. I went 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was my game. That, like, Resi 4. That's just that's my Resident Evil. That's the one that I got when I was a teenager. Played and completed it like God knows how many countless times. And that's my basically my teenage gaming years was just like Resi 4, man.
Not the thing. So, like, now it's released on what, like 17, 18 different platforms.
See, this is what I mean. Yeah, but like, I mean, I meant to Google
exclusive. That's so weird. Resi 4? Resi 4 was a GameCube exclusive when it came out.
No way.
So weird to think of. Like, the GameCube was the only place you could play that for a little while.
That's strange. Have you got a GameCube?
No, but what I have in there is I have the Steelback PS2 edition. So it's this kind of browny metal grey. No, the color of Resident Evil 4, that kind of brown sepia filter over the village and all that.
Yeah.
That kind of metal. And you open it up and there's little postcards in it. There's a little mini strategy guide. And
man.
It's a rare collector's edition, apparently. A lot of people, you put it on Reddit, because I'm part of the PS2 Reddit, going back to Reddit, and people are like, wow, I've never seen that case before. I was like, yeah, it's pretty god awesome, yeah.
Wow, man, that's unbelievable.
It's near impossible to get the discount out. I think you're gonna snap it because the Steelback. You know what I mean? Like, don't.
Yeah.
They were a 90-degree angle. You're like, I'll just look at the pictures in the back.
That's unbelievable. But I mean, I didn't even know that about the GameCube. I mean, I didn't have a GameCube myself, but I had Jesus, what did I had? I had PS1, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Nintendo 64.
Oh no. Gotta pause. There's nothing wrong with your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there probably is if you're blind, but that's not for me to say. Internet went bad. Things happened, and we have now relocated to new parts of the house.
Yeah, we had a scene change.
Our own houses. We're not in each other's house because of the virus.
No, I am. I'm in the other room. Yeah. He's in the bedroom.
The podcast was coming from inside the house. So yeah, we had to just quickly pause and switch. Sorry for the jarring interruption. We left off. You were talking about you had a PS1, a Game Boy Advance, and then we lost you.
N64. Didn't have a Commodore. Kind of wish I had a Commodore. I can always get one, I guess.
You went forward and then you went back.
Yeah. That's exactly because I suppose I don't even know how it came out in 1964. Am I right?
Don't know. 64? No. Commodore. No. The Commodore was just called a Commodore 64. No. Commodore would have came out in the 80s.
Was it the 80s? Yeah. Jesus, that's terrible. Scratch it, like edit that out. That was terrible knowledge right there.
Nintendo 64, which came out in 1864.
No, I Yeah, I can always get one, I guess. But no, I've had some a lot of consoles. I was an Xbox fan for a while actually. I was classic Xbox. I had the crystal one, the one that you could see into all like the
That phase of the world where
the
everything had to be see-through and
yeah,
transparent.
class man.
Trans
Bring it back.
the
Bring it
purple
back.
Game Boy Color. Everyone had transparent
The
phone,
see-through controllers,
see-through
transparent
controllers,
controllers.
see-through phone cases.
Yeah.
You got see-through windows on one stage as well, if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. So classic Xbox, and then I had the 360, and then I had the fucking red ring of death. And
Wow.
I think I had to. Do you remember that I sent it off, got it fixed, sent it off again, had to pay €50. Then I got rid of it, got a new one. Then I had like the nice little slim one. Then I think it was the 360S or something like that.
I think
Not
so.
even the S.
I wasn't part of the 360 generation. I was a
Wait,
PS2.
yeah. And then I got a PS3 because I had a PS2 and a PS1. I got a PS3 then, and then never looked back. I was like PS4, PS4 Pro, PS4 or PS5, quality. What about you though? You've got like
Everything. Yeah.
tons of consoles, man.
I was on these before he was with a recap over underneath the TV, like in front of me. I got the PS. It's the mini now, but I got the PS1. I had a PS1 mini, classic, but I got it's gone. So I have the mini PS1, but I have a little hard drive stuck into that. So it's
On emulator.
it's hacked basically, yeah. So
Nice.
So I have like instead of the 20 games that came with it, I have another buttload put onto it.
Man, that's awesome. That's
The
so
PS2
cool.
there, the PS3, the PS4, the PS5 beside the TV because it's so freaking big.
Yeah, it's a monster.
Yeah. Then I have me Super Nintendo underneath there as well. That's
Unreal.
27-year-old console now I have. We have 27 years. I was only playing it last week with Charlie.
It's awesome. I seen the picture, man, on Instagram. Yeah, it was
So
Teenage
playing
Mutant Ninja
Turtles and
Turtles,
playing
something like
together.
that. Yeah.
And then Megan has a Switch underneath the TV as well. So
I have a Switch actually. Yeah, I got that. Awesome.
Animal
It's a nice
Crossing.
bit of kit.
Poor Animal Crossing Island is just abandoned it now. It is.
Have you played Breath of the Wild?
I tried Breath of the Wild and I get scornful looks when I say I'm not mad about Breath of the Wild.
What?
I know, yeah. I'm a big
Man. Oh, Louie, it's so good.
and we have to give it a fair whack on its own.
You do, man. Do give it another shot because I think Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out. Maybe not this year. Maybe
Electric Boogaloo.
yeah, something like that. I think I don't know. Looking forward to seeing it anyway. Or playing it. It's gonna be pretty awesome.
You're correct.
But Louie, tell me how psyched you are for Resi 8.
Surprisingly, like I try to stop myself getting hyped for stuff now. Like I got bit in the ass with Cyberpunk, so I'm trying to stop that from happening.
Oh man, such a disappointment. Didn't play it. Knew it was going to be an absolute melt. Didn't even bother with it.
I bought it day one. Because I was in my job, I bought it. It was going cheap. I was working in Argos at the time. I was like, oh hell no, this is 50. This is €54. Give me that. And yeah, we enjoyed it for a while. The PS5 ran smooth.
Yeah.
Well, it crashed at times. But it was at 60. It wasn't at 30 or 20 odd frames or 10 frames at times. Like I could drive at 60 frames and it was working nicely. The game crashed an awful lot. I hadn't part of obviously game breaking bugs are, well, not game breaking. Like your game crashes, you reload the game, you continue.
Yeah.
It's not broken. You just have to get sent back a little bit to your last save.
Yeah.
The only bugs I had were like funny looking visual things. Like there's a fella sitting at a ramen bar and he has nothing in his hand, but he's going to be holding a cup of ramen or a cup of noodles, and he has his chopsticks in the other hand, and he's chewing. So for the people, like this fella, if you're only listening to this fella is chewing, his shoulders are going, he's like going, yeah, and he's just digging. It's like he's eating imaginary food. It's like his kid giving imaginary food at imaginary tea bar. He's like, here's your food. He's like, oh, thank you. That's really nice. So obviously the assets didn't load in, so he's just sitting here at a noodle bar eating nothing. This is hilarious.
Gas, man. It's like in Assassin's Creed. I had I think it was Assassin's Creed 1 and I think 2 as well. There was quite a lot of glitches. Like, you know what I mean? You'd like trip over a barrel, or you'd literally like you'd jump up on a barrel and you'd like be just slightly off it, you know? Or and he'd fall off or something, or you just do this mad jump off the edge of the building and you just die. Yeah, crazy. But was there not some like monster update for Cyberpunk 77?
There's been a load of monster updates. I keep forgetting to have Cyberpunk because every so often the PS5 will go bing. ding, and in the top corner I see the square. I'm like, oh yeah, Cyberpunk. Oh, get an update, and then I check it. I was like, oh, it's they want to send 44 gigabytes to my PlayStation.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, it's just monster. It's monstrous because I know. I think I do remember reading somewhere that Xbox they took it off the store, or like they've got like
store.
With PS as well.
Yeah, they haven't put it back yet. Still not up
Yeah,
there.
because they said we're not going to put it back on until you fix all the bugs or something like that. That was their demand or something like that.
Updates. Yeah.
But anyway, enough about Cyberpunk.
Yeah, you get derailed.
Yeah.
Resi.
So 7. I just want to say it's 7. I stopped at 6. I really enjoyed 5. I played like 20 minutes of 6, and then it was only you actually got me really interested in Resident Evil 7. And
Really?
I remember at one stage you were actually gonna give me a lend of your copy because you'd finished it, and you were like, "Oh man, I finished it like 20 million times. You can have it.
Yeah,
You can have it to play."
the thing at one stage, yeah.
Yeah, man. And then it never happened. And then I don't even. And then I got the PS5, and then lo and behold, it was
it's part of the collection.
Part of the collection. So I was like, yeah, download that. And I think it was only recent. I've only finished it there in January. I played it for the first time in January, finished it in like a week or something like that. And yeah, man, absolutely unbelievable. Really, really enjoyed it. Like,
if you haven't played any Resident Evil games, you probably want to click off by now because we're probably going to go into a bit of spoiler territory in our own theory crafting as well about number 8. So, we might say stuff that makes sense, and it might inadvertently we spoil something if you get it right. So we don't want to do that for yourself. So if you don't want to listen to this right now, that's cool. Come back to us when you play the game if you really want to listen to us going about this. We won't go mad at you.
And it's not too late to catch up either. You can go back to the very first one and play all 7 of them.
1, 2, 3 have been remade. 4 is practically still perfect in its own right.
Man, what are we? Are we 25 years of Resident Evil? Am I right in saying that? 25 years. And
25
then
years of a dog jumping through a window and still be one of the biggest things of all time.
Man, and what's Resi 4? I think Resi 4 is on its 10th anniversary or 15th anniversary or something like that.
15 console, I can tell you that much, but I don't know what it's on anniversary.
Yeah, because I remember in the latest showcase they were talking about, and I think that's why. Right, I'm actually going to go off on a bit of a tangent here because Resident Evil 8 has serious Resi 4 vibes. For a number of reasons, and we'll get into that I think further down the line. But in that showcase, they also announced Resi 4 coming to VR, Resi 4 and another console on Oculus, and then they also announced the fucking TV, the Netflix series that they have, Infinite Darkness. And that happens.
That's after 4,
It's after 4. So I'm like, what's with all the they just love going back to 4. You know what I mean? It's probably because it was the best game. It was the best one, wasn't it?
It's their money maker. Now it's very like it was the first one of that genre. Resi 4 sparked that genre.
Yeah, man, big time.
It went from survival horror to action horror.
Yeah.
And then they kind of lost the plot with themselves a little bit by the time they got to 6, and then they retconned it all.
Oh man.
They didn't retcon it, but they said, right, let's get
back to basics.
Get a fresh coat of paint on it. Like if you look at them in trilogies, I reckon we're in the second of the last trilogy, Resident Evil. I don't know where it's going to go at 10, but I reckon this story is going to finish at Resident Evil 9. It's kind of like a Star Wars thing, I think. Because you have Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 are survival horror. It's the fixed camera angles, tank controls, that kind of thing of the PS1 era. Then the PS2 into 3 had 4, 5, and 6, which were the ever increasingly action horror. Which was number 4 was well known for, like. And now 7 and 8 is the first person horror, which is now bleeding into first person action horror, if that makes sense. So like it's the way it's moving on. So wherever 9 is going to go, hopefully they don't jump the shark again and go Resi 6. But I feel they're in trilogies, you know what I mean, of each character. So you have number 1 was Jill, Chris, and Leon. Then the second area is Leon, Chris, and everybody, basically.
Everybody, they went crazy with 6. Yeah.
This last one is all about the
Ethan Winters.
It was actually a good character who's growing.
Man,
growth as well. Like there's actual growth with this character. compared
I
to
was so happy when the creators said that they were gonna just, because initially I remember they said that he was just a no face character. He was just, Ethan Winters. It was just another one, just an NPC that you could play, or not an NPC, that's a non-playable character, just a playable character that was you. But I'm so happy that they changed their mind. They were going to do the same for this. And then they changed their mind. They were like, hold on a minute. We've got something here with Ethan Winters. We need to hold on to him.
Yeah.
We need to bring him back. We need to continue his story. I'm so glad they did that.
Yeah, it's great. Like, it's really good. And the whole thing, like, you never see his face. He still is faceless. You never see his face.
Yeah. So essentially, it could be you.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. You're able to project yourself onto him. And I like that you do that. I like that you don't see his face, because people modded the game to look at his face, and they got to look at his face. And Ethan Winters, the sweetest looking fellas I've ever seen. You're like,
I haven't seen any of them. I don't want to ruin it for myself.
But you're like, whoa, hang on.
No, thanks. I'd like to leave the unknown.
Yeah,
leave it to the unknown.
But
but it's great. Yeah,
it is. And so we'll jump into what we're just meant to be a discussion about Village, and we're like, what? We're like, what, 20, 30 minutes into a discussion without Village?
I know, man. See, it could go anywhere. That's the thing. That's the great thing about these chats. It's a bit of band.
You get to go.
I got it in there.
Roll credits. You played the demo, yeah?
Yes,
PlayStation
I did.
Exclusive demo. You done a lot more than I did. We'll get into that.
I'm surprised at you, Louie. I'm actually surprised at you.
I went back and I watched it. And I was like, "Oh, that's the shed, isn't it?" I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
Hey. And I was looking at all the goodies. What you get? I didn't know you could hit flower bags.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nope.
They're like the crates that.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't hit the flower bags. I just pressed X and it just said bag of flour.
Yeah, you can hit the flower bags and they explode into a smoke bomb, and it's a way to get away from. Yeah, we're getting into it. We all missed stuff.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's good to know.
I checked this yesterday. Myself and Megan recorded. We streamed it when it came out, because we only had to get our window, so we streamed it together. We had great bands doing it. It was up on the channel. It's up on the YouTube channel, but it didn't pick up the audio. So
I was going to say that to you, man, because you texted me saying that
of
you playing it.
Yeah, there's no. You can't hear me and Megan talking and giving our views and making jokes and discussions and all that. Like,
oh man.
And in Megan's own words, she was absolutely hilarious in that. So it's been a fail.
Listen, Megan, we'll be the judge of that, but who knows? Because we'll never hear it.
We have a second demo to do, so it's cool.
Exactly, yeah. No, but because when you said that, man, I went on to bitta-bants, the YouTube channel, and I was watching it, and I was like, right, okay. Oh yeah, he's gonna start talking now. For like 5 minutes in, I was like, okay, still nothing. What? Am I missing something here? Did I have I thought I had my volume down. I turned up the volume. I was like, no, what the hell is going on? I don't know. And we this is just a gameplay demo.
Sure, our audios were going to be recorded before we went in. I don't know what happened. Okay, it's time to do better for the next one. Maybe it's good that we didn't do it, because like,
man, you should just release
me not knowing how to hop over that wall in the man's backyard. And Megan's like, that wall you jump over. I was like, what are you talking about? That wall. Like,
I don't know.
You jumped up to collect the thing and you just jump back down. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Man, you should just put up the audio on as one of the episodes on the podcast for the crack. You should just put it up with no footage, just the audio.
So just save it as a video and upload it itself. But what's your first thoughts on the demo, Conall? What do you think of it?
I wanted more. I knew they weren't going to give us more. Also, the section of the demo that they gave us was absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I was like, there was nothing in it.
It's still early game. It's still early days, isn't it? But
I'm glad. I'm so glad. And my theory is that it is pretty much the beginning of the game. So obviously there's a bit where
it's going to be the prologue.
Yeah, there's a prologue with Chris and Mia and Rose, and Chris coming in and taking Rose, and right, grand. And then obviously Ethan discovers that Rose is still alive, I gather, and he's in some Transylvanian looking fucking place in Romania.
I think it is Romania, yeah, because the Dukes, I think it's Romania, because the Duke Have you seen the crafting thing? Have you the meats and the food system in the game?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so there's a food system in the game. You can come across animals in the village,
Oh yes, sorry, I did. Yeah,
and then you can
yeah.
bring you just collect meat or whatever, and then
Mm,
you must mix with your hairs. But you can go to the Duke, which is the merchant of this game,
yes,
and
yeah,
he can craft food, and
yeah,
those food are permanent upgrades, kind of like the syringes from Seven.
yeah.
So you
Very
make
good.
a
Yeah,
meal, but people were saying that the ingredients and the recipes of the meals that are
a
available on the
Romanian.
menu are true Romanian authentic recipes.
Ah, that's cool. That's a nice little nod to
Again,
Romania.
the
Yeah,
castle, Romania, Transylvanian, that kind of thing. Like it's that
nice. Yeah,
aesthetic. But they're
it
probably
was
just going to
giving
call it
me.
Eastern European as they always do, which is what they did in number 4 with the Spanish village.
Yeah.
They don't want to just set it in an exact location. They just
It's
that kind of
just
ambiguity.
ambiguity.
That's the word. That's Connor's podcast. Where he'll say all that.
Big words every Friday night.
Big
Get
word.
sexy.
But yeah, so
No, that's
yeah,
great, man. That's really
that's
cool
here
because it's
anyway.
not.
Yeah, it's a start. Yeah.
It was giving me serious Van Helsing vibes as well, man. Have you seen that Hugh Jackman
Like
Van
you
Helsing?
get that from looking at Heisenberg, and wouldn't you? That like the
Oh
glasses and
man,
the.
yeah. Like I love that film. That's that's up there with one of me like favorite
Tell me
movies of
that
all
before.
time.
Yeah, there was like a game or a series as well. Like,
Yeah. Did you have you played Van Helsing on the
Nah.
PS2? Oh man, incredible game. I know we're after getting sidetracked again, but listeners, if you, I'm going to say this directly to the camera, if you have a PS2, get yourself Van Helsing. It's unbelievable. It's a great game.
That's putting people in. You know what I mean? Van Helsing price is skyrocketing now. Well, you
Yeah.
kind of told me with
I
his
think
big words.
it's a tenner or something like that, or $5 or somewhere. You can get it somewhere for cheap.
I'll let it out there.
But yeah, I mean, I have it. You can have it. What I was going to say though,
Yeah, Van Helsing vibes. You get that with the monsters and all that. Because like, you got the Lycans and you got the vampires going on in this game.
big
Didn't see
time,
one zombie yet.
big time. Haven't seen. Yes, yeah,
I don't know, fair. You haven't seen a zombie since 6.
that's true. Yeah, because it was all the molded.
I'm glad we don't have the molded. Molded got like your enemies are the little black blob and nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The scariest things about that game were the bakers.
Yeah, oh, big time, man. Big time. Yeah. Like 7 was, it was insane. Yeah. Like
Jack Baker is a really scary antagonist at the start of that game.
He's probably the scariest by far. Like Marguerite was like, it was nothing really. She was quite scary, but Jack was terrifying, man.
It's just something about Jack following you going, Ethan.
Yeah.
And you think you're running away from him and he just does that whoomp and pulls you back around to me. Like,
oh man, yeah, that fucked me up a few times. You just don't expect it. You think you got away, and then he just whips you around. You're like, ah.
I was playing through the game because I got the platinum for it, so I played through it quite a number of times to do collectibles and all that. But then I had to do the Madhouse run. Now one of them involves collecting all the coins of Madhouse, so you couldn't just sprint through Madhouse. Did you play it at Madhouse?
I did, yeah. I got the platinum as well. Yeah, I played on. Yeah.
That moment of Madhouse where you're going through, you're familiar with everything.
Yeah.
And in the Baker home, when Jack died, he blows his head off in the garage. He doesn't pop up again until you get to the bathroom and pull the plug in the tub. And then is that when it happens, is it? And then Jack
he busts in, you get the fucking piece, and you're like, holy shit.
That happens.
He's quicker.
He's
quicker
in normal mode. Yeah. And you know, right, pull the plug, trigger Jack, go and do what you need to do. But Madhouse doesn't tell you what happens next. And when you get out and you're doing whatever and you go up the stairs, Jack appears at the end of the hallway and you're like, you're not meant to be here. And you're like, you're not meant to be here. You just found out you need to collect the coins to get the keys to get out. Now all of a sudden, Jack Baker, you thought you're in a safe environment, is out there like, you're not meant to be here, Jack.
And then he doesn't stop. He actually doesn't stop. There's like no downtime where you have like a moment to yourself to gather your supplies and all. And he's just on you. Oh, it's insane. So but it's even earlier than that though, man, isn't it? It's like he's there straight away. He's like
he appears sooner than he's meant to appear.
Yeah. But then he doesn't go away. He's always there then. Yeah.
And it gets you. It's like, okay, enter the madhouse.
Yeah.
And you need to get them coins. They're not just for power ups this time. They're for the snake key or the crow key, or the medallions are hidden in them extra bird cages and
all downstairs. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's a good. I have a feeling the castle will be more reminiscent of Resident Evil 7. Run away from, because did you see the extra gameplay they released?
Remind me.
Some extra castle gameplay that got released yesterday or the day before.
Oh right, okay. No, on
It,
YouTube, is it? I haven't
yeah,
seen
it's
anything yet.
basically
Yeah,
it's what happens after Ethan gets away from Lady
Dimitrescu.
Dimitrescu and the three girls.
Yeah.
And it's Ethan going around the castle, spying on them in the little foyer from the maiden demo, and they're literally losing the plot, going, "Get him, just get me his head now, because I'm gonna bat you if you
Yeah,
don't get him." And
yeah.
when you're in the castle, it's looking more like the house. It's looking more like old Resident Evil, Spencer Mansion vibes, where you have to go. You're constantly sneaking around while these girls are looking for you, and they're
Brilliant,
invulnerable.
man.
The way
Brilliant.
turn into bugs.
Into bugs, yeah.
So you can't. So you have to constantly run and hide, and then eventually, Big Lady D comes out for you herself. Like
Man.
she follows. She's like the tyrant. She's like the Jack Baker in this game.
Right. Yeah. Like the tyrant from Resi 2 and Resi 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Nemesis. She's the nemesis of this game, and she'll follow you throughout the castle. But the gimmick is she's big, so if you have to go through doorways, she has to bend down to get
And
under.
step under.
That's
Yeah.
you gotta lay out your path. So you run the straight line, she's gonna catch you. So you're gonna have to zigzag around there, like. So it's looking like the castle's more like the Baker Mansion or the Baker House and the Spencer Mansion, and I think the village is gonna be a lot more akin to
Resi
4.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah. Big
barricades,
time.
shooting battles,
Big
uh,
time.
shooting boards for money. Big thing of, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting treasures, and then they're gonna just merge as it goes on.
I'm so glad they brought back the treasure thing aspect of the game with obviously like crystal skulls and
Spinal.
fucking.
I hope you get spinal. I hope you get on those little spinals. The little
Yeah. Man, do you remember? I was gonna say as well. Do you remember do you remember the bottle cap vinyl game that they brought into it? Like the shooting gallery
in the
for the
shooting
bottle cap
gallery, and you got
vinyls.
the little the little noisemaker things.
Yeah.
Like,
You turn them around and like you can hit
hit the
X and
button on them. Yeah, you little Ashley one.
they make the classic sound. Yeah. Or yeah, so like I hope they like just as a little nod to Resi 4. I'm sure there'll be a load of Easter eggs throughout the entire thing, but like it'd be amazing.
There has to be some sort of shooting range.
He's gotta be.
It,
I'm just gonna let the dog in. She's wailing like a little.
Do what you need to do. So here's what we're gonna do when you're watching this video. We're gonna set up a surprise when he comes back, right? And when he comes back, I want you all to shout at the screen and see can you frighten him, okay? Okay, we'll do that, right? We'll do that. Right, go.
Sorry about that. And we're back. Yeah. So I hope just there's a little nod to Resi 4. I hope they like introduce some sort of like shooting gallery game that like just where you can just you step into the room and you just have a little break.
Just something.
Just a little chill out time, because the game is going to be so intense and so full on that you're just going to need a little bit of a breather, like, you know what I mean?
I reckon so. I reckon, like, I don't know how to do it, but I reckon we put something in that, because when the trailer came out, it was like, wow, this is really strong Resident Evil 4 vibes. Almost like, have they remade the game in first person at times? Like,
yeah.
And then it was like, no, this is 7. This is like Ethan. This is like more the Biohazard. And then now, as we're seeing more, we can see they've just gone full on. Let's mix the parts of 70 loved with 4, which everyone loves. But like some people didn't like the action or the ending, so let's
throw a castle in there.
Yeah, like, you know, let's do it. Like, obviously, we haven't seen the underground lab that's going to show up yet, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
No, unless you completely 86 and Heisenberg's underground lab is the new lab, and that's all rustic looking. I'm happy with that as well. But anyway, and then we need a rocket launcher. We need one big weapon at the end of the shoot. Who knows what it's going to be? But anyway,
there's a lot, man. There's a lot to break down.
And it's like, so they've like gone more. The more and more we see, like, right, they're definitely leaning, definitely into 4. So that shooting gallery might have been like, nah, you definitely won't do that. But now that we're seeing more, it's like, you know what? It's a possibility. You might do it.
Yeah. It'd be cool. It'd be a nice little nod. Yeah, because it was great because you had a bit of a breather. You step in, you go to the shooting gallery, and then obviously when you complete it, you get all the vinyls, but you also get ammo and more money and stuff like that, and treasure. So it'd be cool. Like, it'd be cool if they introduced something like that. Going back to I'm so glad they brought in the treasure aspect again. I thought that was amazing in Resi 4, and I'm so glad they brought back the Duke. Well, obviously in Resi 4, he was the merchant.
Yeah.
Do you remember what he was like? What are you buying? What are you selling? Yeah. Man, so good. So good.
High price.
Yeah. But I love how, obviously in Resi 8, It's this big fat motherfucker who's like sitting in the back of his cart, and just
you eating Winters.
whereas like with the merchant in Resi 4, he literally was just this guy that was just like,
Yeah, what is he
fucking,
like?
and
Just
then, but
opens
then
his jacket like
he
a
just
flasher.
opens his jacket, and he's got like fucking like a 12-foot long fucking sniper like on the inside of his coat, like.
What you want, an infant launcher? Yeah, thank you.
Oh man,
Yeah, not
John,
just go with the gun and go, here, I'm in trouble. Just give me the stuff.
do you want to hit pause there? She's looking to go out again. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, don't hit pause. Just keep it going, sorry. You won't keep pausing it. We're having fun there. So did anybody shout? Did you shout? Hope you shouted at home.
Fucking dog, I swear to God, she's like crying to get in and then crying to get out. She's staying out now. I think
Right,
she just wanted to.
Let's make a quick bet, right? Money on the line, your whole life savings. Do you think the Duke is going to say, what are you buying, stranger? Oh, now your life savings are on it.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't think so. I think he's going to be.
Do you think then he'll say one of the merchants' lines that are well known? Like, do you think if you give him a big treasure, will you do the whole? I'll buy it at a high price.
But he kind of comes across a bit more like snivelly than that, isn't he? Because
no, as in not with the voice. Would he just say the line as like when you hear that you do like the Leo DiCaprio meme pointing at the TV going, oh, that's it. Like
yeah. Oh, I don't know, Louie. Yeah, you kind of have me there. Okay, maybe there I'll buy it at a high price line. Maybe.
Why do you see the doors open first thing, stranger, and like, oh, well, that's the bet lost.
Yeah.
Hey, we keep getting sidetracked. We'll talk about it more. Yeah, well, I've no idea what we're talking. We let it go on. We're having fun here.
Yeah, big time. No, so the demo was great. It was really fucking cool. It was great to finally see how it was gonna handle itself, what you were going to be able to do, where you were going to be able to go. It looked amazing. It felt amazing.
Control's good. Like, yeah, definitely control good. Like, and there's more to it now. Eaton's a bit more experienced.
Yeah,
now.
he's a bit. Yeah, there's a bit more kind of flow to him than the way he was in Biohazard.
Reload on that handgun is sexy. That's all I say. That tactical
and even sounds deadly.
Or he just holds the other clip and then puts the other one in beside it and he pockets it.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
Class.
There's also the added this, like, obviously the block always, like, I don't know how long you got in the 7 without realizing that block actually worked, because it's ridiculous that Eaton can block like swords with his hands and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Man, I never used it. I'm going to be honest with you.
Once you use it, the game becomes really easy. Like, it's just like, oh, okay, I get it now. Like, you really, like, you take 90% of that damage goes away when Eaton just puts his hands up. And it doesn't make sense, but like, it was one kind of hard to get used to it. But you've added that. Did you block into the demo?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
So there's a new mechanic. So if you block with the demo, if you hold L1 and block, once you get hit, if you tap L1 again, like release and tap, Eaton does a follow up. He pushes them and will knock them around, like push them back, so you can regain the upper foot, like you're no longer on the back foot.
Like, so, not a hero, like Chris's
Chris
mini game. Yeah, not a hero in the add-on, the DLC.
It's gone out of the back of my mind. I didn't like it.
Man, it was actually, I did it just to get the fucking trophies, but it was I was trophy hunting big time when it came to Biohazard, because I was enjoying the game so much. I got all the DLCs and stuff, and obviously Not a Hero was a free one. But yeah, there was like obviously in professional mode, there's like a whole, you've got the knife, and if you can time the block, that when the molded kind of swipe, you can kind of block it and then follow up with like a punch, and it just completely obliterates them.
So it was more of a parry system.
Yeah, man, it was so good. You literally block.
It's like you block the damage, and like there's no, if you don't, it's not unless there is a parry and didn't see it. But
maybe
if Eaton takes a hit while the hands are up, you just tap it and he'll do a push. Your hand, and he'll push it back a little bit. It's just to get them off your case and line up a next shot. Like, how many lichens did you shoot? How many lichens did you kill in the cornfield?
One. I just shotgun to the face, and that was it.
Let's talk about what you did and what I didn't do.
So I can't believe it, Louie. I really thought you, because when you said don't dilly dally, I'm just listeners. So Louie played the gameplay demo before I did, and we were kind of chatting. I was like, man, I'm just about to sit down and play the gameplay or play the demo. Any tips? And he was like, just don't dilly dally. You've 30 minutes. Don't dilly dally.
So when I got to it, like.
So I was like, right. So I was literally like, right. So I started but like, you only had 30 minutes.
I know.
And
so
I wanted to explore.
Let me have fun with this game.
I wanted to explore every inch of the fucking thing. I was like, So I was running around anyway. And there's a couple of things that you actually discovered that I didn't discover. But yeah, we'll come back to that in a second. So when you run, which?
The treasures, was it?
Yeah, the treasures.
I used this in the demo, like,
yeah. But it was still cool to know that, like, that this is where they could possibly be. So you got to look, man. You got to look up. Like, there was a bird cage hanging up. That's definitely one of the hints or the tips for this game, that there's going to be stuff hanging above you that you got to shoot down and stuff. You know,
like old Resi. Check your map as you're going.
Yeah, little glints and stuff.
Look at the map of the house. It's like, did you look at the map?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah,
it's a Resi 4 map.
Looked amazing.
It's the same layout. And all the houses, instead of having one big area with the red for searching and green for complete, each individual shack and house has their own little colour in them now.
Yeah.
So that lets you know, right, there's still something in that house. Like all Resident Evils have this. But so you went back to that.
It's so cool. But you know what, man? I think it's because it's going to be so big that I think they needed to put that back into it, because
it's their biggest game.
Man, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And even, I mean, we actually spoke about this after I played the demo, that like, in the demo there was so many areas that you couldn't go to. So when you get to the castle, I think you go through the village. What we played was you go through the village, you get the seal to open up the doors, you go through the doors, you get into the castle. Then you get fucking Lady Dimitrescu and her daughters.
Heisenberg's going to grab you.
Heisenberg's going to grab it. Yeah.
If not,
he's going to bring you down then.
Other new things that we've seen that we'll go into now in a second.
Yeah. Hold up on that. But someone grabs you, you get sent down to Heisenberg. You escape, but that's down underground, then in the labs, the caves. Yeah. Then I'd say you get out of there, you go up into the village. You get a couple of keys along the way that opens up more of the village. Then you go back into the castle. Then you probably go back out to the village. You get a few more keys. You go back into the castle.
I think by that stage when we go back out, there's other things as well, though. You know, there's more parts of the village. Have you seen the map?
Oh, as in online, as in on the interwebs? No.
The map has little locations that are in. We've seen glimpses of them. There's different locations in the map, and it looks like all the people that, remember I said, like, I sent you the clip of the new baddies, that basically all the bad guys, the bakers of this game, all the antagonists. It looks like each one of them have their own area. And when you get to each area, they're the big bad in that area. You get me? So it's kind of like a number 4 as well. How from the start you're dealing with Cunningham. Is it Cunningham or Hunningham is on the headset here? And
I think it's Cunningham.
Cunningham's on the headset here. And then the big bad is the bald dude in the trench coat. That area. Yeah. And then once you get into the castle, Salazar takes over your mic, and then you're talking to Salazar. And then when you get past him, Sadler takes over your mic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so then there's big bads for them areas.
And then there's Wesker and Krauser and stuff like that. So they're kind of like hanging around. Oh, they're over the top of Sadler. Like, yeah.
And then, so I reckon when you go to these new areas which you're exploring, you're going to be dealing with one of these new guys each time. And I don't know if they'll ever into a link or anything like that, but it's looking that way. Because
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Because when you get back, because you've seen that big, huge dude with the hammer jumping around, the big Lycan, who seems to like.
He's Heisenberg.
It's Heisenberg, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be, man. It's got to be.
Because you can see him when he's underground, he's like, Lycans and gentlemen, and he has the big hammer, and everyone's listening to him.
Yeah, man.
Like, you're controlling these werewolves, pal.
Man. He's alpha.
Big werewolf hops down, and everyone's listening to him. I was like, right, this is your big boss. This is your.
Yeah, he's alpha. He's alpha Lycan.
American that they're transforming. Like,
yeah.
So whatever the lady history was going to turn into herself.
Dimitrescu.
But so I think each area has their own little bad boss. Like, you have the puppet woman and our little Annabelle doll has her own area.
I'm up for that. Annabelle doll. We should refer to her as Annabelle doll until we know what her name
I
is.
think it's just hilarious. She's so like, he's awake, and
Yeah,
Heisenberg is like,
And she's
shut the
like,
fuck up.
yeah, she's
He's
doing
just like
little,
trying to
little
listen to
twirls,
everyone
man.
talking. Heisenberg, yeah, shut the fuck up. It's just one of those funny things. But then there's that other fella with the big
Man,
over.
Quasimodo. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you look at him, he looks all bloated.
Yeah.
He looks
Okay.
like he's been submerged his whole life. You know what's at the bottom of the map?
Which?
Reservoir. There's a reservoir at the bottom of the map.
All right. Okay.
If you look at the trailer for a split second.
Oh yeah. So there's a fucking creature.
Shark in the water.
Man. Yeah.
I hate water in games.
Man.
That might be what he transforms into.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
So what if there's even more things? What if there's like mare people, not like mare werewolves? You know what? He has control of these, like.
Man, there could be.
I don't know. I think they're going to go all out with this, and it's going to be
100%. Yeah.
Because I've always just been thinking it's village and it's castle.
A
village needs water, so a village needs a reservoir. A village needs crops, so it's going to have a whole farming area.
Yeah,
a village is just going to have this, like, and there's also the mountain to the castle.
Yeah. What's up there? Because I mean, if you look back on Resident Evil 4, there's there's like a whole swamp area. And you have to jump on the big fan boat to get around to different things. Yeah. And then there's like crocodiles and stuff like that. And obviously you come out of that and there's like a mill, there's like a sawmill and stuff like that. And man, there's mines, there's a mine cart, there's a castle under. Resi 4 was actually huge. And then when you go to that fucking facility, on that big island, and then you're in there for like fucking half an hour to an hour like of gameplay. It's
what they call the
nuts. Yeah, oh man, and you have to look through the infrared sniper to shoot out the little bits of heart.
The molded took inspiration from the regenerators of it, I think.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
I have to bring back the regenerators, man. I can't do that. I can't go through that again. Yeah. I can't go through regenerators again.
Man, who knows, man? If this is their biggest game so far, like they're literally there. They're gonna throw everything at this.
Did you know how the demo ended? With the bell ringing.
Yeah, did the bell not ring at the start? And she was like, "It's for whom the bell tolls." And she's like,
the demo ends with the bell ringing, and there's no one around anymore. Like, if you had enemies left, they're gone by now. And it's very reminiscent to the end of just before the credits roll in Resident Evil 4, where the bell rings. Yeah. I was like, "Where's everybody going? Bingo!" And then it pans out. I have a feeling. I don't know. Maybe when Ethan looks up, he goes, "Blood and death," right? Yeah, I'll show you. And he walks out. Maybe the camera's going to pan back and that's going to say Resident Evil 8 or Village right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you think about it all the time, the trailers always pan out the castle's on the right background and the village comes up in the left background. And sorry, Charlie's monitor is beeping.
Yeah, it's all good.
It just seems like the perfect opportunity because the castle's right there for it to do that zoom. And I'll just say Village and it's going to go right. This is it.
I think so. Yeah, that'd be great. It'd be a great opener.
Yeah, I don't know. But we could be wrong.
I think the demo is the intro though, 100%. I think you're onto something there, Louie. I think like when you get there, you come across the old woman. Who's the old woman? Who's the old woman? I've no theory on who she is.
I think she's just a woman of the village, like, but she's obviously clued into something.
She's like just a village wacko, like the village spook.
Well, she's clued into something now, you know what I mean? Like,
oh man, she knows what's going on. Yeah, she knows what's going on.
There's more people in the village as well we haven't seen yet. I keep thinking because like this is just the whole village.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was other clips of the other trailers that I've seen. Like Ethan meets an old man as well, and he gives him a shotgun at one stage, I think.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember the shotgun that you didn't pick up.
And he gets blasted in the face, like whoa, and it was like,
yeah,
that's shoddy. And what's this? Like, Capcom, stop. There's more people than me, but because the whole time, and Mother Miranda's been in all the trailers the whole time, and I never noticed.
Yeah, man, didn't notice it. I thought
now that we've seen her in the cornfield at the end with the little thing around
the thing around her head, like.
And then if you look at the Heisenberg scene where everyone's there and he's dressing all the like, and
she's there, she's standing at the back. Yeah, man.
So pause the screen, put it on the 1080p HD, and I looked at her. And did you do this?
No, man, I didn't do it. I was waiting to hear what your theory was.
Well, my theory on it, right? Again, if you don't want to hear theories in this, people don't listen. Mother Miranda is young. I thought she was going to be old. She's smooth skin, no wrinkles, I think it's Mia. I think Mother Miranda is Mia. She's the same black hair. She's the same physique. Just something about it. And it's just like, but like, oh, but Mia died. Mia also has mold in her blood still. So does Ethan.
Yeah.
And boy, that their child is now, because of the mold, they actually reproduce probably a completely organic biological
A
bio
super
weapon.
weapon.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not like
Big
Evelyn.
time.
So it's like a true 001 like thing. That's why they're looking for Rose.
Yeah.
And
That's why I don't know. I don't know if it's me, man. I don't know, because
you
why
ready
would
for a
she
completely out there theory who else it might be?
go?
Because who kills her and who wants the baby to make a sacrifice? Maybe the sacrifice is to free Mother Miranda from who she is. Out there, it's Jill or Claire.
Oh, right, okay.
That's why
Well,
Chris wants.
where did we leave them? Where did we leave Jill
We
and
left
Claire?
him back in Resident Evil 6 where he belonged. No. I don't know who'd be more.
Bitta-bants.
Susceptible. Jill because it's the partner, but we've already gone through that with number 5, or Claire
Yeah.
because it's the sister. But why would Claire be all part of this? So I don't know. I could be wrong completely. It could be nobody. It could be Salazar from 4. He just whips off the thing, Mr. Kennedy.
Mr. Ethan Winters.
And it's just him on the shoulders of the little small Annabelle doll. That's who they are. It's just two dolls in a trench coat.
Wrapped in a cloak. Man, I don't know about Mia now, man. I don't know. I think
if you look at the picture of her, you can see where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why would she use her own daughter? But from what I've gathered, this thing has been going on for centuries. This, like, stealing these babies, stealing these young people and using them as sacrifices.
Mm-hmm. Megan, would you like to add on to it? Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, because like I take it that this thing has been going on for years and years and years, and they've been stealing kids, and no kid has been powerful enough. And I'm actually going to use Van Helsing as a little reference, because you know the way
Hashtag play Van Helsing PS2.
Man, I'm telling you, Count Dracula, you know the way he uses like werewolves, and he uses all these kind of creatures to try and bring his children to life. And but the only thing that will bring his children to life is Frankenstein's monster. And he can't find him because they all think he's dead. And then they find him and they kidnap him and they use him, and then all his babies come to life. It's like, because that is the thing that was created using this machine that he's trying to like bring his babies to life. So I think all these kids have been used in this ceremony, and they've all died, or whatever they've tried to like create in the ceremony has like died or has failed. But then they catch wind that there's a fucking super bioweapon baby out there, which is Ethan and Mia's baby, and they're like, we need to get our hands on that, because that is the child that's going to make this ceremony happen.
Because the mole is in the
blood. Yeah.
And Ethan has that in him as well. Like, he was infected at one point. Like, he was put into the boat, and he there's definitely something in him, because like your hand doesn't get stapled together.
No, yeah. There's something up there. At what point did he get infected though? That's interesting.
I reckon it's on the boat it gets put into him, if anything.
Yeah.
You see him when he's completely covered, his face and all is covered when he's in the boat. So if Anne got into him, it's then. Oh no, yeah, he is infected because he has to inject himself. Just the whole. Yeah. You only have enough for 2 injections, so
one
Ethan
for
has
him.
to hit
one for him and one for that's right. Yeah. And you pick me up. So it's a good ending, and then you pick.
There is something in his blood anyway, so like that would pass on to make a whatever it is
super baby, bioweapon baby.
So I don't know, but like, why would Chris go like this though? Because like everyone's up in arms, like, who is this Chris? Is this Chris?
Well, then I remember thinking, I remember seeing something, or I remember reading something. Chris is doing it because he is being controlled. I think someone was saying that he's being controlled by either Mother Miranda or Lady Dimitrescu or Heisenberg, and because I mean, if you look at the picture,
I'd say Heisenberg, because of the you've seen the promo art. It's Chris's face. It's half his face, and the other half
and then
is a werewolf.
Yeah, man. So I think Chris is a Lycan, or he's somehow after getting turned into a werewolf. And obviously Heisenberg is able to control him because he's alpha Lycan, or alpha fucking top dog.
Alpha,
And
alpha dog, yeah.
alpha
Yeah, I
dog,
like
yeah.
that.
So
Top dog, I
he
like that.
uses, so they catch wind of fucking Rose being a super baby bioweapon, and Heisenberg is like, right, I'm gonna get my best man on that. He sends Chris to get Rose. He busts in, kills Mia, fucking doesn't kill Ethan, steals Rose.
Not Ethan.
I don't know. Yeah, why didn't he kill Ethan? Yeah, why doesn't he kill Ethan? But then obviously Ethan catches wind that they're in Romania or Transylvania
I
or
love this
somewhere.
all this catch and win thing. It's just like I always like I always like in my head. They just happen to update like Facebook or something. And Ethan's there at home where he goes, Chris updated. It's just a picture of him and Rose outside the castle in Romania. And he's like, motherfucker, that's it. Where's
Location tag. He's like,
rotation tags are
motherfucker, he's in Romania. Let's go.
hashtag village. Hey, one of the daughters taking a picture, a little mirror selfie, but it's just a phone floating because they're all vampires. Like,
yeah.
Sorry, I'm going off, like.
Going off again. But I mean, oh man, there's so much to break down. I mean, they gave us so much. I mean, I'm gonna play.
I don't like time demos because it's a pain. Loads of
yeah.
people in America didn't get to play this because it was during their 8 hours of work.
Oh,
you know,
geez, they didn't do that well. They didn't time that right, did they?
8 hours of Village, and people you automatically think, oh wow, an 8 hour demo. No, you have 8 hours to play this half
to
hour.
play 30 minutes. Yeah.
It's done to death. But yeah, theory crafting aside, it's looking like it's gonna be good. They're looking like they're having fun with it at the same time.
Definitely.
Ethan is much more of a human. I want to go on to this. Ethan is much more.
Yeah, man.
Because again, there's parts of 7 where it just completely takes you out of immersion. Like when he puts his hands up to block weapons and chainsaws, you're like, he gets his hands stapled back on. And he doesn't say anything about it. He just escapes. And I was like, Ethan, buddy, you got your hand chopped off. You know what I mean? And there's a hidden scene in 7. If you let Jack catch you when you're trying to escape him the first time, go down.
Man, it happened to me. It happened to me. Yeah. He cuts your leg off.
And then he gives you the first aid. And Ethan just knows what to do. And he's like, oh, what the fuck's going on? I was like, well, what's mean? What's going on? You just got your hand stapled. Like, you know what I mean?
Ethan actually questions it himself, doesn't he? In that moment, he's like,
but he doesn't question his hand being reattached.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
there's little bits and bobs that just made it like, I don't know if it was just translation, like team couldn't get it done right. I don't know what it was, but it was just sometimes it kind of took you out of it and you're like, okay, this is a little goofy.
Yeah.
What they're going for, but this is going a lot more. He's like, he's boxing the window frames. He's getting really annoyed with himself. Going, everyone's dying on me. What's going on? Like,
he's like, why is this happening again?
Yeah, like he's addressing it. He's like, oh, like, go away.
And even do you know when in the demo when he lets when the girl Elena is about to jump up and reach for him and she doesn't fucking do it quick enough and she falls to her death. He takes a moment there when he's just looking into the fire and he's like, I don't know if I think he says something there. He's like, I can't keep doing this or something like that, doesn't he? Like he says
it's all too much.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
yeah,
like it's real. It's like, wow, he's just like,
this is really
what we're saying is real. It's the start of his adventure, like because he could have like PTSD from the Baker house as well, and they might start playing like. I read somewhere that a lot of the games are going to be eaten on his own at times, and the way they're going to psych up the horror is Eaton's going to talk to himself out loud, just keep reassuring himself. He's going to speak his thoughts.
Very good. Yeah.
Journal in this game as well. He's going to have a party, kind of like Last of Us 2 and Uncharted. He's going to jot down and draw pictures of what he sees as he goes around.
Brilliant.
So you never stop playing for a while. You press the journal button, and you can just read over what you did up to that point.
Oh, that's great, man. That's so good.
Again, I don't even think a lot more.
Yeah, I don't think that's I'm literally gonna just play this flat and just like absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it myself, but like it's a good thing because there might be more insight to the character you might miss out on before.
True. Man, I thought you were actually gonna say if you leave it for about a week and you come back to it, that he like the game continues and he just like jots down like, I've been going mad this last week.
I've been sitting in this room. Just save team music as decided to call it. It's sending me mental.
He's just like whoever was playing me has been gone. He's been missing for about a week. I'm slowly losing my mind.
Hashtag fuck that guy. I don't know if you've seen any more of the promo shots, but
No, I haven't. I actually haven't seen it. Do you know when you told me to? Because when we were kind of texting back and forth, and you were like, "Just be careful, don't do too much research because you might like spoil
apparently
the
it's
whole
leaked.
plot of the
Yeah,
game."
apparently it's
So
leaked.
I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother do any research. I was like, "Nah, fuck it, man. I'm
It's
not doing
gone
that
out.
to myself."
It's happened now where a lot more now where legit stuff's gone out. It
Yeah.
buries all that
Ah,
spoiler stuff.
fuck.
Someone
Yeah,
has to go
that's
out of their
good
way now to get it to the top of the list.
to bring it back up. Yeah,
But if
yeah,
you say previews and stuff like that now, you're going to get IGN and Push Squared and stuff like that, and Game Informer.
yeah.
Um,
GameSpot and shit.
they got rid of the cassette tape save points from 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they're gone now.
Okay. I mean, they were. I mean, yeah. I'm kind of glad they were kind of just. Yeah, they were a 7 thing. I'm
Yeah.
kind of glad that they just kind of left it there because I can't. I can't imagine there'll just be a fucking tape recorder just in these random
They
village
have this
houses.
weird. I
Like,
don't know why you went with this weird concept of new
really a
save.
gramophone, is it?
No,
One of those wind up.
use the typewriter for some reason. I don't know why.
I wonder why. I wonder why they used the
They
typewriter.
brought back the typewriter. I
Oh,
cannot
man.
believe it when I seen it.
That's amazing.
Brought back the
That's
typewriter. No
amazing.
ink ribbons, apparently. But they might do the same as 7, where you go Madhouse. They'll give you ink ribbons for Madhouse, if I imagine.
Yeah, maybe. And like every time you come across a typewriter, there'll be like 2 there on the table.
Yeah, as it is, it's like 1 and all that. It's like, right, here you go. Here's 1 save.
Yeah.
But
I mean, did you know in End of Zoe, you played that, didn't you?
didn't play him. It's the only DLC that it wasn't part of me. It's not part of the season pass.
Ah, bro.
I played
It's
all.
so
I played
good.
Blackjack. I played the bedroom. I played the
Daughters. Yeah.
Doors, and there's one more. Is Eaton Must Die? Is that the other one?
Yeah, and then there's Jack's 55th birthday.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's shocking. You just run around feeding them.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this, man? I didn't even bother. I'd like
Must Die is Eaton Must Die is just this super hardcore mode.
Super hardcore.
Mercenaries, which has come back, which is cool.
I had to use a walkthrough, man, to finish Eden Must Die. Yeah, I had to use a walkthrough.
It's just like a filter over it, and it's like I can't see it. I don't know what I'm doing.
And you gotta get to it's actually really interesting. You gotta get to the greenhouse, and you gotta kill Marguerite. So you literally go through the main house. You go down into the basement. You go through the basement. You come up through the garage. You come around the garage.
Convoluted way. It's like the speed runs in Remake 2. Those
you go into what's the brother's name? I'm forgetting his name. Lewis? No, not Lewis. Lucas. I'm
Lewis.
You're Lewis. You go into Lucas's you know that room that you get the red key card.
Yeah.
Yes, you go through that room, you go up the stairs under the bed, you go back through the house, you go across the house, then into the pool room. So it's like you go through the whole game, and you eventually
hard mode.
A super hard mode, and then you eventually come out then through the old house. You come out through the old house, and then you go into the greenhouse, and then you fight Marguerite. But there's saves, but there's no loot box, and you have to like pick up your guns as you go along.
Oh yeah, it's all randomized as well. It's a roguelike, basically. It's all randomized.
It's insane.
I tried it. I kept dying as soon as I got into the house at the start. I was like, nah, I can't do this.
It is so hard, man. I literally, I was the same. I couldn't do it. And I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to have a look at a walkthrough and see who else does it. And I literally just followed that. And I was like, that was deadly. But okay, I didn't do it by myself.
Yeah.
I can hold my hands up and say I didn't do it by myself. I had to use a walkthrough.
I didn't play in the Zoe, but I looked into it. I was like, I'm never going to buy this. I'm not going to fork out money for this. But I read about it. You're Joe Baker, aren't you? Is that your name?
You're Joe Baker. And it's awesome.
Choking down people, aren't you?
Man, it's stealthy. You choke out molded, and you can fucking there's this thing at the end where you get like this mechanical, because it's all like there's a lot of like boxing in it, because he's like a boxer, and you can like block and like do these mad haymakers and stuff, and you're just literally like punching, and if you aim up at their head, like they that's how you kill them quicker. But you can get this like mechanical arm at the end that you can like charge up. And then it's like a super punch. Oh man, it's insane. It's gas, but I'm surprised you didn't play it. No, it was
just because it's the full price DLC. It's like I'm not.
Yeah, it's 15 quid, man.
I didn't know how much it was going to be, because Daughters and the bedroom were pretty short, and I was like, I'm not going to bore myself on this now.
Well, the season pass was even 15 quid.
Was the season pass I got? No, it was. You know what I got? I got the two. There was just two separate passes. There was like two separate bundles. So 21s and Daughter came in one, and then bedroom and Eden Must Die came in.
Yeah,
and they were both going for like 4 quid. or something like
Oh
that.
right, okay, very good. Yeah,
And I don't think NSI was out by the time I was doing this. I'm not too sure, but it wasn't
yeah.
out at the time. I was like, look, I'm not paying this because I got burnt. I kind of got like you're like one and done with the DLCs. The only replayable one really is like, well, the eat must die if you're an absolute sadist to yourself, or or blackjack if you want to try and do that
21
again.
man. I actually I play that
That's
every
just
now
a
and
game of
again. It's a bit of
blackjack
crack.
added horror. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I read
But
into it anyway. I was like, look, I'll just read it just to catch up. But I doubt any of that stuff is going to carry over to this game. I doubt
nah.
in any way, shape, or form, sadly.
But back to 8, Louis. How did you miss the shotgun?
I didn't go that way.
How? What way did you go? To tell me. I'm actually really interested.
I
What
went
did you
through the
do?
cornfield and then we stuck to the right. And I just ended up fighting in the cornfield there. And then I ran into the house to get it to reload, I think it was. And there's actually a really cinematic shot.
No, you got lost down a little lane. There was a little lane down at the side.
Yeah, you can actually, it's a dead end. Yeah, you're right, Megan. It's a dead end and there's like a cart blocking your way and you have to turn around and go back. Yeah, in the cornfield.
Like I said, you hop out the back garden, you have to hop over the wall, open up the gate.
There's a box there and then a hole in the
box
wall.
there, yeah. And as even Megan pointed it out in the commentary, it doesn't exist anymore. It's like you put the item up there for you to see that. I'm like, it's actually like 101 game development. Like, you're not teaching you what to do. But then we stay on that side basically. There's a really, really cool cinematic shot where I'm getting chewed on and I'm having like red health and I'm missing the party. I'm thinking you have to party at first. Instead of you have to just take the damage, then hit the L1. And I got thrown to the ground. I had like 1 or 2 bullets left in the handgun. And he gets back up and I just pulled the trigger and the Loigan's head just explodes. And he just falls. And it was like...
See, I didn't see any of that. I missed all that action.
It was proper cinematic. Did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I love Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. You know where Hank gets attacked by the twins?
Yes.
And then he turns around on the ground and he shoots that bullet into your man's head with the axe. It was literally like that. Ethan got to the ground. We held on red, I think, or it's like dark orange. And I get back up and I just pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I don't even think I aimed down sight straight. I think I just quickly aimed down sight and pull the trigger and he just goes bang. And
unbelievable.
Like, if I didn't do that, we would have been doing a restart.
Man, that's awesome. That's insane. I missed all of that, man. I swear to God, I literally checked all the houses and then I actually got stuck. I was actually freaking out. I was like, I'm wasting time here. I didn't know which way to go. And then I seen the fucking cornfield. I was like, oh, okay, cornfield, right. So I went to all the gates, all the lock gates and stuff. And I went into that place with the altar and where you found the treasure on the top. But just as you leave that, there's like a bird cage hanging from the tree. And I was like, I'm going to shoot that. I shot it, fell, fucking bust open, load of Lee. But as I was coming through the cornfields, I could see the fucking lichens. There was like 3 of them and they were all like running around. I was like, I'm gonna take my time here. I'm not gonna fucking just run through.
And if you look at them moving, they kind of hop on. You're just stop and move, and then the cornfield will stop. And you're like, right, they're watching me. They're watching me, watching them. So there's gonna be a bit more of a like
hunter prey. Hunter like hunting down their prey. Yeah, man.
One of the things we did though, I finished the game with 30 seconds left, and the reason that happened was we got out of the church or whatever. We got out of the flaming house with 2 minutes on the clock. And I had the screwdriver.
Yeah,
I opened up the maiden or the demon plate or the maiden.
Yeah,
what it is. But back at the start of the demo, there was a locked picklock drawer, and I didn't know the screwdrivers are one-shot uses. So I sprint, and we're sprinting. I'm trying to find a house at the start of the game with a minute. And I pause it a couple of times when we're getting there. The old granny's in the middle of the field going, yeah, and I'm going, fuck you, I don't care about you.
Yeah,
I check this drawer.
Well. Yeah.
We're constantly pausing and making her on edge here. And I get there and I don't have a screwdriver. And I'm freaking. I'm like, oh my God. Well, how long is left? I don't believe it. It's a screwdriver. I thought to go to the lockpicks and just give us one screwdriver or something. Sprint back to the gate. I'm like, right, let's throw in the discs. I put the disc in. I'm like, I have a minute left. I'm like, what's going on? I was like, oh, you have to rotate the discs.
Yeah.
Megan's like, oh, stop, that's it, stop. And I got in and I cleared it. 30 seconds left. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God. But then when you realize you didn't miss anything, but it's just knowing that you could have missed something if you had ran out of time. Like,
well, I did miss stuff. I missed a landmine and I missed a shotgun.
Oh, well, yeah, man.
So I didn't know the mechanic of pulling out stuff like Resident Evil 4, like making yourself ready for a siege, basically.
Man, so when you get to the cornfields, just literally on the left-hand side, there was a shed, and
I've seen it, yeah.
you've
And I
seen
watch
it,
people
man.
play it now, yeah.
Man, I ran in and I was looking around. I was like, okay, this is cool. And I was obviously conscious of the time. Picked up a landmine, picked up the shotgun. Then you see like that the windows can be broken, and you're like, holy fuck, man! If like obviously if you're getting like hounded by these lichens, like this is a place where you can kind of like a little stronghold.
Was that a pun? Getting
What?
hounded by the lichens, getting hounded by the wolves.
Yeah, man. Getting hounded by the lichens, and yeah, no pun intended. But yeah, so obviously this is a place where you can kind of lock down like yourself, lock it down, fucking defend yourself. Obviously they'll come in through the windows, but at the door you can like literally pull it across the door. Oh man, it was just, I was like, this is insane. But then they didn't, because I actually thought that they were going to start attacking the house, but they didn't, because obviously they were running around the cornfield. So I was like, right, okay. So I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, what do I do here? Do I initiate something? But then I literally ran straight through the cornfields. One jumped out at me. I had one shell. I fucking blasted him in the face. He went flying back, and I just ran up to the gate, hit X. Didn't even wait for fucking like the other two to fucking attack. I actually thought there was only two, but you were saying there was three in the field, was there?
It was actually, I was watching Maximilian Dude play the demo, and he fought 8.
8 of them?
He just keep coming and coming and coming.
Oh, okay.
He fought them all to the end, and the last one drops a crystal skull.
Oh, no
he
way.
drops a big treasure for you at the end of it. So like, if you play the actual game, if you want to spend your ammo, the payoff is a big treasure, basically.
Okay, that's interesting.
Which is really,
it's almost worth it.
The siege house comes into play there as well. You know what I mean? You can kind of bottleneck them in and set up your mine and stuff like that.
I'm glad you said that. See, this is stuff that I need to know, because I'll definitely, when I come down to playing the game, it's stuff that I'm going to actually want to do. You know what I mean? Just to have a better experience.
Check it out. He's really good YouTube streamer. Puts all the stuff on YouTube. So if you can watch Twitch streams, you can just watch all the edited down stuff.
Sweet.
Really good, really cool guy. He plays a lot.
What's his name?
Maximilian Dude. Max Dude.
Max Dude.
DOOD. And he plays fighting games primarily. So if you like fighting games, watch this dude. No pun
awesome.
But yeah, he has like it's a half-hour demo. I was waiting for the video to come up like the next day, and it came up. It's a 90-minute video. I'm like, how you got an hour and a half gameplay footage of a half an hour video game? He has two other separate accounts ready. So when the demo runs out, he goes on to the next one, starts again, and just Groundhog Days are basically for eating.
Sweet, man, that's awesome.
And, it's really funny. He gets to know him eating, hits the window frame. He's like, oh, why is this keep happening? And he's just nonchalantly, because the first game sold very well eating. That's why. I mean, they're going through this again. So there's a good bit of humor there. He's really good. If you're looking for a new YouTuber, I'd highly recommend him.
I'll check him out. Big
Resi fan as well, so you know the love is there for you. You're not gonna wait.
Oh man, yeah. Well, fucking the love is definitely there for this one. It's I think you actually I do have to say you definitely got me back into it, because I was late to the game for 7, but I'm so glad I just did it and got back into it, because I'm really absolutely fucking hyped for this. But I mean, yeah. So Castle is this Sunday.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll meet up again and do this, will we?
Yeah, man, if you want. I think
it's going to be much shorter now, I reckon, because all that 30 crabs out of the way.
Yeah.
Rounds out of the way. Hopefully, but I don't know. It's 11 o'clock now. I think I have to go on for 90 minutes here. I'm not too sure.
Oh, really? Fuck, man. Yeah. But hey, I think, am I right in saying that that the following Sunday then, I think
we have an hour to do whatever.
Okay. So you have an hour. You can spend an hour in the village or an hour in the...
I think it's both demos. But like you have an hour to do what it's like. If you finish Village, you can just go back and do it again if you really like Village. That kind of way, like.
Oh, okay. So it's the same demo.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah, and it's probably a castle.
I have to re-download the demo because I deleted it, thinking they'll release a castle demo. But it's obviously they're just going to patch in castle.
Oh yeah, it just comes through the same one. Yeah.
No, that I deleted it. I have to go fix that. I wonder will be 30 seconds carry over.
Man, I think I finished with 3:30, so I'll actually have.
33:30. Spare change. Thank you.
yeah. An extra 30 seconds, please.
You know what I mean, you're born in my time when I have to watch your cutscenes. You know what I mean?
You reckon, Louie, Castle? You're literally just going to continue where the village ended. You're just going to head into the castle.
I think Castle is going to be midway the game. I think Castle is going to be where Ethan escapes from ADD and Josie and the Pussycats.
Man, have you seen the Josie and the Pussycats?
That's not what they call him.
Have you seen the demo where he's in like a wine cellar, and it's a flooded wine cellar.
Oh yeah, it might be that demo actually. Yeah,
I think it will be, man. And then
and there's
you go,
those. What they are? Oh my god, I
man.
forgot about them enemies.
They're actually zombies. They're quite zombie-like.
They're like beast-like. They look like they're.
They're like drained vampires that
There's
haven't
a word
had
for them.
blood.
What are they called? There's a word for like I'm losing. Vampires have humans that they just drain. It's in the Scourdom. What are they called? Trolls. They look like
Trolls.
trolls, but who are also lichens as well. I'm not too sure. Maybe they drain the trolls and then convert them. But they're
Maybe
just
that's
like they
they're
look like they've been down there for their life as well. There's no sunlight hitting them, so they're very
skin and bone and grey. And yeah, man. I
you
definitely
can't pick on them.
But it could be that. It could be going through the
Forgot about
flooded
them.
wine cellar.
Man, they're not just. It's not just mold. It's just they've everything now. It's looking great. So I
It's
think it might be a
raw.
mixture of that, and then maybe for the fans they'll throw Lady D chasing you a little bit when you get up there.
Maybe. Well, then, because when you get up to the top of the elevator in that gameplay demo, and he's at the window and he's like looking in at like her on the phone to Mother Miranda.
Yeah, she looks right at him when she's walking past the window. It's one of those moments where like it's they're the immersion moments I'm talking about.
She saw him. She saw him.
That's just like one-way glass. We don't know.
Yeah. But then she leaves, and I'd say she chases you, and then that's the end of the demo.
I think they'd let you get a little chase over.
Definitely.
Pointy fingers.
Man.
What do you think of the theory that she's a tyrant? What do you think of the theory that she's a tyrant?
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. I actually just
she has the hand.
Yeah, I kind of breezed over that though. I didn't actually read up too much more about it, that she was a tyrant. Yeah.
Starting to link back into the T-Virus now. You're not going away.
Yeah. But as well, I did read a theory that
she does have a big butt, yeah. Sorry.
She does, massive. And like I've read I've read a few places that people can't wait for her to sit on them. So I was like, right.
Did I show you the screenshot of the Amazon page for Resident Evil Village? No. I can't put it here. Like I can't put it up on YouTube.
Just send it to me.
It's the game. It's not even the top thing anymore. It's just these Rule 34 canvases that are going for like 300 quid. I was just this fucking super big ditty Lady D. I'm like, lads, stop.
Send me a picture of that. That's gas.
I send it to you. Internet, boink, horny jail, Lodias, let's go.
That's it. Let's go. I mean, the cosplay, there's going to be serious cosplay for Lady D already. Like, yeah.
Anytime Capcom tweets, is this one? What you think of me thing? And it's just this, it's Horde in the outfit just showing our hoop. We're like, get off these threads. You can see you everywhere. It's like that Marvel ad, like Spider-Man crying everywhere I go. I just see him everywhere I go, and like it's just that picture of Horde on the wall. Like that's all I'm seeing everywhere online.
RDJ's been replaced with Lady D.
Boink. Get out of here, laddies.
Yeah. But the theory that I was reading, that when you go to fight Lady D, that the dress is going to come off and she's going to be like this, like big spider leg kind of vampire-y kind of thing.
It's going to open up a whole new kind of worms with all that art. It's going to, you know what I mean? People out there don't know what's going to happen, and they're going to be able to rude awakening. They realized what they were being time. They've been fantasizing about. I don't know. I think it's going to be great. Yeah, I think the payoff for that is she's not just going to go, "Hey, look at me," whoop, and it's all going to come out. Like they get to that point, you're going to kill the daughters. Up until that point, you're going to kill her, fucking, and it's going to be like, "Oh, okay, I'm going full
She's
out.
She's going to freak.
I am going to go full out, fucking tyrant on you now." Like you've already killed her. Well, she says you escaped her brother's games. So I don't know if Heisenberg's her brother, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, that's what she says anyway. Yeah.
Brother, unless it's the little dude.
Well, he's huge as well, man. He's probably he's the same size as her.
Is he?
Lady D. Yeah, man. They're monsters. They're like 7 foot. They're both huge.
He's got some sort of telepathy as well. He's some sort of telekinesis going on.
Yeah, he can flash forward and stuff.
Yeah, and you know the scene where he's having a smile, he's like, "Eat the windows, let's see what you're made of." And he stamps out the cigarette. You go back and watch that again. Look around them, all the dirt and the cogs and
it's starting to rise up.
Levitating around him, like he has this special power about him.
And he can even kind of like.
He probably has a big willy as well to go a whole big. I don't know, like
man, he's tucking that shit into his sock big time.
I just can't wait. Just I hope the doll doesn't do anything weird.
Man, it's gonna be on. Just climbs up inside his ass, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Yeah. Wow. She's in
Yeah,
me.
we're going really off tangent here.
Yeah.
I think so. That's a demo. I forgot about that. That's definitely going to be part of it. And then a mixture of getting chased by probably Lady Dimitrescu or
Dimitrescu.
or one of our daughters, because you can see the daughter in one of the trailers as well, where she's like man blood or something. Haven't eaten man blood in a while or something like that. And then Ethan has the bug pops out of his hand. I think or something like that. So I think that might be the chase then. And if you don't give Big Lady D to let one of those sisters come at you, because she walks around in the maiden demo, but there's no combat in that.
Yeah, there's nothing. And then obviously at the end of the maiden demo, she busts through the door, and you're like, oh, here we go.
If you walk back and watch it on the bitta-bants channel, and I was on Twitch, I think I got surprised. You hear me like it's door opens, you hear me go and instantly when she opens her, I went titties. It was like literal natural reaction. I was like
titties. That's amazing. Actually, going back to the maiden demo, they showed off some pretty deadly game engine physics with the fucking the pane of glass is broken, and then the cold air is just gushing in through the window. Man, that looked insane.
The game's running at 60 with ray tracing on. The demo runs with ray tracing, the 60 frames. Like
no way.
Yeah, the PS5 is putting out some lovely stuff.
Man, serious bit of kit.
Lovely. Like it's hard to go back and play 7 now because of the frame rate. You know what I mean?
Oh, stop! Yeah.
It's just I kind of want to go back and play 7 again. You know.
Oh man, well, look, me not so much, but you maybe, because I only finished it there in January. But yeah, man, 7 is great. But man, God of War, HDR graphics, 4K edit, unbelievable, man. You need to check that out.
I have to go back to it someday.
I finished that recently as well.
Got a big back catalog going on, and then we have this coming out in 3 weeks.
Man, we've got this. I've got this pre-ordered. I've got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart pre-ordered. I can't wait for that shit, man. And then obviously the next one is going to be Ragnarok.
Yeah, can't wait.
Man, it's going to be insane.
I was just thinking about a few months ago. Someone put a picture up of Kratos holding Thor's head.
Yeah.
And it just made me think. I was like, holy God, we're gonna get to use Mjolnir in that game.
Oh man, 100%.
Gonna get to use that hammer 100%. As a weapon.
Man, I think we should say.
Dawned on me. I was like, oh my God.
we should save God of War chats for another podcast if you're up for it, man. I think there's a lot to.
I'll tell you what.
Do there as well.
Finish up here now because we've gone on for a while. We'll come back.
Yeah, let's do it.
When Village is done, that's done for Resident Evil for a bit. We'll come back when we finish Village to finish the Resident Evil chats. But in the meantime, we'd love to have you back on and do another podcast. You wanted to chat about anything?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Louie, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
Pleasure. So what did I say at the start of this? You just forget it's all there, don't you?
Yeah, man. It's literally, you're just like, yeah, it's just two lads having a bit of bants.
Hey, roll credits. Nah, dude, thanks so much for doing get me, because I've wanted to just do something with this thing again, just revamp everything, you know. So
yeah,
have a good buddy here to just chat about the game that I love is great as well, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. No, but it's great. It's actually, I'm really getting excited about Resi 8, and it's great to actually have someone to just kind of vibe off as well. You know what I mean? Because it definitely adds to the hype big time. Yeah,
definitely does. We'll meet back up about Resi 8 next week.
Let's do it. Yeah, same time next week.
Goodbye for Resi 8 until we both finish it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. Do you know what, man? I think you agree. After the one on Sunday, I'm not gonna bother with the next one.
I don't think I'll play the big demo now.
Nah.
Unless I want to go play Village again, and I'll pick up the shotgun and just play. Like I might
hold out
with the breach and like get them all out after me, and then lock myself in, have a bit of fun with that. But I don't know. I won't. I'll just.
We'll see how it goes. Because we're just gonna want it. We're just gonna want it then. Do you know what I mean?
An hour just playing that shit's gonna be great. I might get the screwdriver. Don't open the chest with the panel and run back down and see what's in that drawer.
Yes, man. See what's in it. And really quickly before we go, in Village, do you know the other thing that was in the little crypt with the gate that was closed and it was like kind of glinting? I was like, how do you open that? I think
maybe you don't, but I was thinking it's just part of like what we got is just a slice of the real game.
Yeah.
Those are just items we can interact with when we get the game. It's not like kitchen demo of the Resident Evil with the dummy finger and stuff like that, and like it was all scripted stuff that never happened in the real game.
Yeah.
So you never played it. Did you play the demo for 7 when it came out?
No, I didn't. I didn't know there was one.
Huge thing, and the demo constantly got upgraded. So originally it was just the first house. You could go into the sitting room, play the tape, go upstairs, and then you got smacked, I think it was.
Okay, yeah.
And then it started getting updated. Eventually, you could go into the back door and go down the stairs, and there was a molded downstairs. And then depending on if you got hit by the mold or not, you got different endings.
Fuck.
And so the demo kind of got upgraded as it went along. And there was this thing called a dummy finger.
Yeah.
Used in the game eventually as part of the
Lucas's thing, yeah.
But this dummy finger had no meaning until like the third update. And there was a whole thing of going, what is the dummy finger? Look it up.
I might check that out. Yeah.
And it was also big as well because people didn't know what it was. Because this is hot off the tail of PT that came out. And all of a sudden Resident Evil's gone first person.
Oh, PT,
and it's
yeah.
In a hallway as well. And people thought it was ripping it off and it was getting bad press going, fuck this. Like, you're trying to steal this thunder. But then they obviously showed, now look, we're doing something with this.
We're doing something. Yeah. That's it. Did you pick it? Did you ever like not pick up his hand? You know where it gets cut off? You know the way you have to look down and pick it up.
Depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I pick up his hand, sometimes I won't.
And then he just has it all of a sudden. It's just in his
inventory.
inventory.
He obviously picks it up for them, but yeah.
Yeah.
When I was running the game, they do because I put 3 trophies together. I done the no heals.
Man, you were telling me this, man.
And under, I think it's 3 hours or under 4 hours. I think it is
under 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I done it in 3:30. I think. Because I remember doing it because I knew I could complete the run.
Say that again. So you finished it in under 4 hours with no heals and no item box.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you can only use it 3 times, but you have to use it 3 times.
You have to use it twice, I think, before the fun house and when you leave the fun house.
Yeah, and then there's another time you have to use it.
There might be. I think it might be 3 times. Not sure.
But you can only use it 3 times. I think that was what I was saying.
What it says, and that are the only 3 times you can use it because it's kind of built
insane, man.
So I knew going into it, and I was down to it. I was like, right, grab the crank, do what you can do. So I remember, I think I started at 11 that night. I went, why not? It's going to be at the most, it's going to be 2 o'clock by the time I go to bed. I know I'm going to be in bed before 2 o'clock.
Grand.
And I just did it. Bang,
man.
All popped.
That is nuts. That's incredible.
To try it, like, there's little tips, like, the syringes that give you maximum health.
Yes, yeah, you can heal yourself off them.
They don't healing items. So you'd leave yourself red. And then if I was in critical condition, I'd run back to that part of the house and then pop it and then run back to where I needed to go.
Awesome.
You just don't pick up stuff you don't need. That's basically
exactly. Yeah, that's basically it. Because I know I would have had to do it myself, but I didn't do that, man. That's a challenge. But fucking hell. But man, just think about all the trophies that are going to come with the Resi 8 now. They're going to be nuts, man.
I don't look at trophies anymore before the game comes out because from the platinum down a certain amount, they're story related and they're always hidden.
That's right.
So if you see 10 hidden trophies,
they're major
all
spoilers.
of a sudden you're getting a trophy to pop every time you beat a boss, let's say.
Yeah.
Right. There's either 10 bosses, or there's 9 bosses, or there's 8 bosses and 2 endings. Not kind of way.
Or there's 5 bosses and 5 chapter completions.
Yeah, and but then you start subconsciously filling down blanks, and you're like, right, I stopped looking at trophy lists because then I just look for myself. I'm like, right,
yeah, you do.
It's obviously 5 bosses. I've just killed 3. I must be near the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you might as well just finish it and then come
then I go
back
back
to them.
And I have a nice little route to the trophy list and see what I need to do.
Definitely a game, man. I'm gonna fucking finish it. Like I think I finished 7 like 5 or 6 times. I think I played it like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I did 3 or 4 times. Normal, the big run, and then Madhouse.
I did. Oh man, I did it more than that because
That's a lie, actually. No, I did it more than once because I knew the layout with the game in my head when I was doing the 3 hour.
Yeah, but you got 3 in 1, and I did them individually. So I played them. I played the game 3 times just for those 3, like under 4 hours, no heals, and used the item box. I did that 3 times, and then I finished on normal, finished on Madhouse, and then that was it. So I played and completed it 5 times.
Go back and watch this good speed runs of the game as well. They're very good. Good crack watching them. The little tricks that people have playing the game are like, wow.
Oh, it's insane.
So yeah, that's it. We'll continue next time.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it, man.
So much for being part of it. Everyone else at home,
thank you.
Easy. And if it's easy, take it home, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you next week.
Good night. God bless.